Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to a new video. Actually, I was just about to cut the training vlog for this upcoming week, but as it was the last week of the blog, I thought that it might be a bit more interesting for you just to have a whole blog recap and maybe also compare it a bit to the old one. So as you can see here, have my program open, have all the values prepared, and then in the editing afterwards, I will just show you always what I really did and how it looked. And yeah, give you some insights into my programming. So have fun with this vlog's recap. Good. So what we're going to do is we are going over the main 4 competition lifts where the muscle up won't play a significant role in today's video because in the last block as well as in this block it did not really play a major role and was just more of a maintenance lift. So let's start with the starting situation of this current block. So as you know from the previous vlogs, my last training block ended with a bit of a max out. I had on Monday after my birthday party, I did this 127 kg, aimed for a double for that dip, but failed the second rep, and so it did like 1.75 reps. And after that, I was almost 3 weeks on holiday, had a very small introduction week, just 3 little sessions just to get back, and then the first real week started December 11th, and there I started this training block with a 4x5 system where I always started with a heavier top set, then had a load drop for the next 3 sets. And what we're going to do now is take a look at the development of those top sets over the course of the last 5 weeks. So week number 1, we started with 85 kg in this dips top set, and then we ramped those up. We had, you can just take a look at this exercise history here, we ramped that up from 85, then 7.5 kg jump to 92.5, 7.5 kg jump to 100, 7.5 kg jump to 107.5. That was week 4, and then planned for week 5, you can guess it, was 5 times 115. But then something pretty nice happened, and on time the samples for the new SL Pro sleeve, which is going to launch in a couple of months, came, and this will be a game changer for all athletes out there doing weighted dips, because it's definitely a new level of performance sleeves, and the hype will be real. That is what I can promise. And so of course, to put those things to a test, I increased the weight a bit because it felt very good. So instead of 5 times 115 as planned, I did 5 times 120, and would say 1 rep in reserve, RP 9ish, around that. Huge PR for me, very, very hyped about this. And then this was my primary session where I did the 5 times 120, and 2 days later is my secondary dip session. And I knew if I wanted to put those sleeves to another test, it needs to be this day, because then if I start a new block, it's introduction week, week 1, 2, 3, usually very small pace, there's no room to go heavy, to max out. So I added another super random max out 2 days later. And what can I say? I did 140 kg for a single, which is a huge PR for me. I failed that, peaked in my last competition, and now did that in training with a max out 2 days before. So game changer, definitely a game changer. You will love it. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, dip, super successful block. We ended the last one with 2 reps on 127, so actually 1 complete rep on 127, and ended this one with 5 reps on 120 and 1 rep on 140. So yeah, good progression here. Next lift on the list is going to be the chin up, and we ended the chin ups in the last block with a double. And so we had a top and back off system also there. Started with a double, and then we did sets of 5. And this block I chose a different approach because I felt that my working capacity on higher loads with the chin up is very small, and I wanted to increase this to be able to push more load on this lift, and also to get more confident with heavier loads. So instead of a top and back off approach, I decided to use a 3x2 system as my top sets, with a pause to bias that top position, because whenever it's getting heavy, as you know, top position is always something that we struggle with. So putting a bit of a bias on that with adding that small pause. And so we started the training block with 55 kg on those 3x2 pause repetitions, and they felt already in week 1 very heavy. Was not too nice. I wrote down RPE 7-8ish. So I could see that I'm not used to the pause, and that is killing me. And I'm not used to pushing heavier loads for more than 1 set, because I usually had that top set, then pretty big load jump for the back offs. So I got used to that pretty quickly though. And as it's 3 sets without a load drop, the pace from week to week was not as big as in dips, where I had those 7.5 kg load jumps. Also, the overall load is much smaller, so you cannot jump that big. And so I ramped it up by 2.5 kgs per week. So we had 3x2 from 55 kg in week 4, 3x5 with 62.5 kg, which went very nice. I had a lot of room for more performance. And then in this week, actually it would have been 65 to 67.5, but that are not too nice numbers. So of course I loaded up 70 kg. First set went good. I managed the 2 repetitions, and then for set 2 and 3 I failed the second rep, and then just hold the pause a bit higher. But looking at the working capacity, it definitely worked. So I am now able to do 70 kg for reps for a lot of sets without gassing out. So that's a big improvement. And repping 70 kg for a pause double is definitely also a PR. If we're looking at the block before, where we had the 71.25 kg for a double at 10, I think that's a nice improvement here. Also, the load of the back off developed nice. Sets of 5 with 50 kg is now in the range of an RP 5 to 6, which is a huge success for me. So I can see the base of my strengths with chin-ups is definitely getting wider, which was also the focus, or one of the focuses on this block, as I felt my chin-ups needed some more attention. And they got it, and it worked pretty nice for me. So also some PRs there. And then, actually this block, the most uninteresting lift for me was the competition squat. I ended the last training block with a double at 200 kg. which moved okay. Like, it was quite heavy, but we got up. And then I was on holiday, and with heavy squatting, the detraining kicks in very, very heavy if you had like 3 weeks off. So I started very, very light and used paused repetitions similar to the chin up. So I had a 3x3 system as my top sets with ascending loads. So instead of going heavy for every rep, I ramped that up. So week 1 was 145, 155, and 165. And then each week I ramped up those sets. So we ended up in week 5. That was 2 days ago. Let me check. We had 165, 172.5, and 180 kg for a paused triple as top set. That's far from any PRs for me, but the good thing is the knee is stable. There's no pain. The squat itself slightly starts to increase again, closer to old numbers, and the working capacity for me, also on higher loads, has increased. So we need to stay careful here. My leg training is still super low in volume because the knee cannot tolerate as much, but we're slowly gaining some momentum here. Depth also slowly improving, active hip range is improving, so it's nothing that we can really celebrate here, but it's honest work. And you know, it will always be the case that not every lift progresses on a super nice pace, so it's okay if things are just going good or okay. Nothing to worry about. And then the last lift was the muscle up. As I said, there's nothing too much to say. I decreased my sessions from 3 to 2 to put more emphasis on my chin up. So I just had 2 muscle up sessions a week, where I usually did just doubles for 4 or 5 sets. And, you know, maintaining the weight that I can move here, maintaining technique, maybe even improving my technique, because there's a lot of sets involved and not too much weight. And I did a 5x2 with 15 kg. That was the best I did this block, and that felt amazing. So muscle ups are going good, nothing special, but yeah, good maintenance progression in here. Yeah, that was it for this video. If you have questions regarding my training, my programming, let me know that in the comments. If you are interested in a similar training approach, definitely check out the Professional Street Lifting program. It's for the whole January on 24% sale, so big discounts at the moment. And of course, if you're interested in using the same equipment that I do, make sure to keep an eye on our shop, so you see when the SL Pro sleeves will be released. And yeah, you can get yourself a belt, you can get yourself a book. Just see what you want to have, what you want to get. And if you really want to work close together with me as your coach, then make sure to schedule your free consulting call for our online coaching service, and then we're gonna level up together.